So this is a Model A, vintage. We'll have to find the title, but I think it's a 28, 29. This Model A was involved in a John Dillinger bank robbery. Very sweet. Had somebody in the back seat that got shot, wounded, and killed. Yep, someone died in that. It's probably been 35 years. We have no new parts, zero. We have 400 grit sandpaper, some lubricants, and hopes and dreams.
3 seconds, I'm one track on trying to die.
These Model A's, they're resilient, lads. They ain't no small block Fords. I didn't realize the steering column was held on by a wire. So somebody's died in this vehicle, most likely. We can add to that, and we can make this a triple kill. Welcome back to Daily Driven Death Traps. Here we are today in a well-known location of ours, known as something. We've been waiting a while to kind of touch base on this item. And it's finally time because it's freezing cold, there's snow on the ground, and it's probably the worst possible time. We didn't feel like traveling this time around. Guess what? We have the most perfect vehicle to mess with. Let's talk about this thing. So this is a Model A, vintage. We'll get my, we'll have to find the title, but I think it's a 28, 29, two-door sedan. Now, you might think, are you kidding me, Sean? That thing looks like a pile of crap. Why is it even saved? Well, guess what? So this Model A is extremely special. This was purchased from a gentleman that said, but I'm going to say it's true because there's some evidence back there we'll show you later. This Model A was involved in a John Dillinger bank robbery. Very sweet. This vehicle had somebody in the back seat that got shot and wounded and killed. Yep. Someone died in that. And was parked in Mason City, Iowa, back in John Dillinger's era. Again, you can't hate me, but historical value, I think it was in the early 1930s. So, very sweet. We'll show you the bullet hole wound that took someone's life. Now, that is a little bit of hearsay, but it's a little bit more, I'd agree with it, because those old boys seem to not lie as much as the new young guys. This is a very special Model A, and we're going to hopefully get this back on the road today, get it running, maybe get it driving in one day, and then...
How long has it been? Have you even heard this run?
So I've lived here, or I lived here for 18 years, and then I've never even seen it go anywhere. It used to sit over there, and then we built a shop. We towed it over here, and no, it's probably been 35 years. Well, here's another one over here, a little doodle bug that has a rebuilt engine in it and a bunch of other stuff that we'll be robbing parts and tires and wheels off of, because obviously these tires aren't going to cut it, because a local company that provides Model A parts kind of let us down. We have no new parts, zero. We have 400 grit sandpaper, some lubricants, and hopes and dreams. I think we can
possibly even drive it back to the...
So here's the thing, is we're not gonna drive it to Mason City because that's like almost 150 miles from here. I know it sounds terrible, don't leave the video yet, but we are gonna drive it 70 miles to Dexter, Iowa, where Bonnie and Clyde actually robbed a bank. Kind of weird, I know, but it's still a bank robbery spot, and it would be really cool just to say, hey, the bank robbery Model A went back to a bank robbery area. Then we're going to take a Thompson submachine gun and start shooting up.
Schwinn.
Schwinn, dude, this is actually, so...
Oh my gosh. Suspension. I've never even seen that.
Fun fact.
Does that work?
Yeah, dude, it's a Springer.
Crazy.
So... this was a limited edition sold at Walmart in like the early 2000s, and they go for a ton of money. They're like an original Schwinn hot rod bike.
I don't think you even showed it.
We need to ask them questions about like this stuff.
Yeah.
If you're watching right now and you hear this, do you want to see us do a series on the channel where we get antique chainsaws running again? Would you guys be interested in that? Because we have 80 of them.
Yeah. What's that room look like?
I don't know if we can get in it, but we'll get in there at some point. But there's a room in this building that's completely full of those chainsaws, as well as a travel trailer that's full.
There's going to be a lot more content out here too, sooner or later, because Sean's getting a skid.
So we can get things figured out.
Organized. Actually make it look like a town with cars.
Big things coming.
Do you need wood?
I need wood. See, it's missing the last little bit. It's a Western
okay.
Auto sign.
Well, that's a cool Yamaha.
Was it?
Yamaha.
Yeah, they supposedly that ran. Again, one of those things that we could get running.
Yeah, that thing's super sick. If you haven't checked out this video yet,
this is
go and watch it.
something we built. Sean built.
Sean built.
The clutch is burned out in it, so we need to put a new clutch in it. Then the driver will
And then the chain would whip you. Oh, dude! Get a beer! I don't know if this is a wet ass radiator.
There's a cat on the roof. There's a cat on the roof.
Oh! Is it weird to think that this is 3 years later?
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh.
You know, I thought again. Did you just chart on my chair? That's goes in the garbage pile. Dude, that's gnarly. I know what we need to do. We need to put 305s on this right now. I didn't realize the steering column was held on by a wire. You can hear the brakes.
Well, that works. Yeah, that's sweet. Mechanical brakes.
Here's the thing. One of these is spark and one of these is idle. I think everybody's gonna say I'm an idiot. One spark for your timing, and then the other one is throttle. You'll keep your.
So kind of like a choke.
It's somewhat similar to a choke, yes. See if you watch down there. See the throttle down there?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't the throttle. Usually there's a foot button
For the
starter. This is the thing for the starter. You push in, it grounds out, and then does its thing.
Okay.
So the other thing we need to look up, I think these are. Ooh, this does something too, if I remember right. When I was a young man, my father gave me a Model A owner's guide for my first book to read, and I did read some of it.
I got Harry Potter, and I never read any of it.
Well, we see why Alex is the way he is and the way I am now. Model A owner's guide. Give it to your firstborn child, secondborn child, thirdborn child for their first book to read. And then they'll understand how much simpler things were without cell phone. And then they're going to go off into the woods and live in Montana by themselves and create a fully self-sufficient life and become a mountain man. Look at that. Easy to work on. So we're just going to be doing a lot of cleaning on this old girl. It's not even hooked up to the fuel tank. There's nothing in there. It doesn't even sound like soil sedimentary. So we need to find the pitcock. We don't have to worry about brakes because guess what, guys? They're mechanical. You might ask yourselves, is this the oldest vehicle we've ever worked on? Yes. Is it the simplest? Yes. Is it hard because it's simple? Yes.
That's how you clean all your vehicles?
Yeah. That's the fuel. This is the throttle, obviously. Ooh, that's really... Look at all that random ass spring going back there. It needs lubricated. Can you give me a second? I'm a one-track mind kind of guy. Let's go through this really quick and figure out what all these do. The thingamabobbers do. All the Model A folks right now are like, you guys are idiots. Well, guess what? We're 20-year-olds. I'm trying to figure out a Model A. I told you guys a brief history on it, what I was remembering, but my father is going to tell you what the history is from his mouth, which is what I heard it from, but I could have been a skewed idea. So go ahead.
So this car was bought in Mason City at an auction back in the early 80s by a guy that lived in Fraser, Iowa. And it had sat in a barn until that time. And if you notice, there's no top, no windows, no interior in it. What the reason was is this car was sitting in Mason City the day that John Dillinger came to town with his gang and robbed the bank. Now, at first, they thought there was actually a movie being made in Mason City. They thought it was part of it, but found out it wasn't. People grabbed their guns. You got to remember, this was around 1933 times. This car was sitting out by the bank somewhere, and there was a girl in the back seat. I don't know how old the girl was. If she was. I think they said she was pre-16 is what I heard. This is all lore, by the way. A gunfight broke out, and there was guys up on the roof. They were shooting down. There was one of the gang members behind the car. They were shooting at him. And if you notice, the car, the only wounds it has in the body is in the back corner back here. And but I guess the windows were shot out. The top had holes in it, and the girl got shot. I don't know if she died or not. Some said she did. I never did find out for sure if she did or not. I didn't know her name. other than this was all said at the auction where this car was bought. Now remember, this thing sat in a barn, in a loft, or on a high part of the barn from after it got shot up until the 80s when it was actually brought out. Now this guy in Fraser took this car and had it running, and so when I bought it, it ran, and I drove it for a short while without any glass or top in it.
And what year was that?
That was sometime back in the 90s. I bought it from him, middle 90s. And like I said, the interior was all taken out and the top off because it had blood on it, and they didn't want no bad memories. They took all the, gutted it, and then they just parked it. And that's where it sat until the auction. And of course, he drove it around too in Fraser, and then when I got it, I drove it around. So it's time for it to come back to life again.
Got the rundown on this. This is the carb adjustment, basically back and forth, here and out. These are still unknown, but I'm thinking this is the on off, obviously. And then that guy was at one point maybe the fuel level. This is the light switch. We've got the horn over here. This is spark, and then we've also got throttle. So those will be huge players in this game, especially getting it started. So got that figured out at least. So from here, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and clean the top of this motor off, engine, take these little guys off, clean them up, clean those off, clean that, clean the spark plug wire, or spark plugs, because you guessed it, we don't have them. So we're gonna make that happen. After I get those cleaned up, I'm also gonna clean the carb, and we gotta figure out where the fuel line went, and or put a fuel line in underneath the dash where there should be a pitcock right there. So we'll have to rob a fuel line off of something, go from the pitcock out there. I'm a little worried that we might have to take the fuel tank out. And I don't know how big of a job that is, but if we got to do it, we got to do it. That's going to come into play. Instead of doing our brakes, we'll just have to do the fuel tank, which is, I'd take that over that any day. The Model X must be a Tesla. No, it's not a Tesla. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. There's several different parts.
Well, I was reading it's either Zenith or it's a Holly. They look it looks similar. That looks, I mean, it's aluminum. So I don't know if maybe it is a Holly. There's no air filter on it, so that's cool. You know how to take the fuel tank out?
You're a bitch.
Here's a wasp nest right there, like literally right there. Yeah, big wasp nest.
I think it unscrews. This thing unscrews, you just hit it sideways.
Okay, all right, we'll get that wasp nest out and then we'll look in there. Luckily there's no wasp nest in the carburetor unless there is. Well, I'm gonna start doing some cleaning, get some shop rags. Clean up around these plugs, and like I told you guys, we're gonna play mechanic today because we don't have any extra parts other than what we want to rob off the other one, and I'd rather not rob anything. So we're gonna clean, sand, work it over the way the old guys did. Sawdust and duct tape, and it'll run. Strange things have happened. She's got a bunch of ladybugs in her. All right, here's the best stuff of the day. 400 grit. Everything's getting 400 gritted today. I think these Model A's are actually really cool for how simple they are. I think it's really cool. This is like, I mean, probably not as simple as a Model T, but I think this is the best of both worlds. Old and old. I have a strong feeling that we'll get this thing rolling. Heard a lot of stories about guys breaking down in the middle of nowhere and using leather shoe parts for things, I don't know, like bearings or something crazy, and they went the rest of their trip. And they're very resilient machines. Of course, they had to be back then because the roads were terrible, everything was terrible. So I have a strong feeling that this guy will make it happen. Just the good old boys. The best part is you can always rob more parts off of anything in the yard, so junkyard for days. Can't really beat the spark plug wires on this, mostly just because they're just a piece of copper. Makes it really nice. Can't really mess that up unless your name is Sean, then you just mess up everything. All right, let's see if that lever is working correctly. Yep, so we've got, don't cancel me. We've got the retard going and we got the advance going. So from what I know is you want to have it all the way advanced, start it, and then you kind of even it out. One of the two. Again, you can tell me if I'm wrong or stupid. I think we might have a good chance that functioning, so that's nice. Now, as long as we can get these points to do the pointing. In about 20 years, y'all are gonna be like, well, can't do this to my 2021 Corolla, but we can do her. Probably get this thing restored with a piece of sandpaper and a flathead screwdriver. Not my 2020 Corolla. Got off there, got the wire hooked up, wire nut. Brought to you by the house. Guy going in, that coil don't look too bad. Interestingly enough. Battery goes underneath the floor in these suckers. Something like this. Sadly, she's toast. We're gonna come in from the passenger side and I'm gonna see if we can get this sucker. Oh no, that's for the window. She's had a rough life. No wonder she was in a bank robbery. Battery, dude, this is basically a sports car.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there it goes. We got belts moving. Wow. I think it's working. It's just one yellow wire. Okay. Let's stop doing that. We're gonna ruin the rings. Oh, look at that. They're already loose. We got some new apparel slash just apparel in general. So if you enjoy whatever you are seeing or what we do, I guess, you can jump on over to the website and order up a t-shirt. Alex just told me to wear this. I have no idea what's on the back, if there is even anything on the back. But he is also wearing one. So yeah, check them out. Order one up. We'll ship right to your door. They're kind of comfortable. They're not the really thick, nasty shirts. They're actually nice, comfortable shirts. I enjoy wearing them, which is rare. Pretty picky with shirts for some reason. But yeah, if you guys want to support the classics, we really like to continue doing this and at some point start helping out the community around us. And without that, without a little bit of help from y'all, we can't do that because I already have to buy canned food. Because we have Mustangs that are blowing up as we touch them. And Model A's. That are Model A's. Thanks, guys. All right, here we go. All right, time to clean some spark plugs up with a wire brush. We have 6.1 there. We're gonna leave that where it stands here. We got 0.5 up there. I probably should be doing this. Idiot, dude. 1.6 there. We've got 6 coming out. We got 6 there, and 6 there. And we got 6 there. So this switch don't work, so that's cool.
Shirts and gears.
Actually, Paul, what do we got here? So we got a red boy going in, and then it sends it down in there. And then what is it doing there? I think it's straight up, the points are just dirty boys. All right, let's see what we got.
Yep, spark. I think it was a little bit white.
Oh wow, that's actually not bad. No way, we already have spark. What are we gonna do the rest of the day?
Don't say that.
Oh no, we're gonna get
screwed.
back from lunch and it's just over. not doing it for me. Green is positive. Red is negative. Does that make sense to you? That's what it gets. So after some playing around, we do finally have a spark. Now we're gonna get to see if this mother trucker wants to shoot the spark to our little pluggies. What I'm gonna do is I am going to mount this back up, put our cap back on. I messed up, and when I took this apart to clean everything under there, I did not remember where this was at. We might be fighting that, being out of time now, which sucks, but we can always time it. I'm sure these are about as simple as it gets to time, so not a big deal. Oh, just not coming to those. Let's see if we still got it down there. Down yonder. We lost it again. Shocking a little bit. You're up, big dog. Here we go. Sure wish I would have popped timing. Oh. Oh my that.
Yeah, dude, it's stage 2.
We're going hot. Can you give me a flavor and shoot some of that ether up inside the intake manifold, please? She's out of time, big boy. I messed it on up, cuz. I gotta redo it all. Oh, dude. What? How did this fire? All right, let's try again. Go ahead. Dude, that is absolutely nutty. How did I get that back correct? Come on, old girl. That starts toasty. That's good. She had too much in her. Give her a second. I think we need to clean those points a little bit better. And I think we'd have a good fire. If we had it in the bag, and then lost it.
Lunchtime?
Yep.
All the battery charges. See you in a bit.
What the heck, dude? It's so easy, it's complex.
Any more?
Here's some. Two more.
Holy cow, 35 years.
35 years and it's almost 100 years old. And she came back to life. And she's ready to breed. What a good old pig. Now that we know it'll start, let's get some adequate fuel flow in it. So we're doing the right thing. I'm going to grab that carburetor off and take it apart and clean it real quick.
Thanks for tuning in to Walrus Radio, where you get
Every day.
He's just such a clown.
No, I don't think it's open. You definitely like it. We've got somebody singing some rancid music, and we've got a carburetor on the running board. Ow. Came with two different carburetors, a Zenith or a Holly. And I don't know what we got. Let's examine it for me. It doesn't say anywhere. It's pretty clean inside. So I mean, I think it's going to be a good little fella. That's bent massively. Wasn't me this time. Oh, there is a little kind of someone's house is in there. See it in there? They need evicted, so we'll have to get them out of there. I think there are a lot of spiders. We're going to try to save all these gaskets because I don't have a rebuild kit. We would have if that one company didn't suck. 1,000 firefly.
How you coming out?
It's running.
Is it?
Yep, it's got to get fuel to it now. It runs off starting fluid. Wasn't the happiest of campers, but it's a camper nonetheless.
So you have to go through the carburetor?
I'm just going to go through it anyway and look at it. This is why.
Oh yeah, look at all that shit.
Look at all that stuff in there. This is a Model X.
I got that other carburetor if you want to put it on there. But I never had gas in it.
Oh, really? Where's it at?
I told you where it's at. It's up in the attic.
I'd rather just clean this old girl out. She'll be good to us. Yeah. If you was a 3D camera, you guys would have been splatted. So I'm no carburetor genius by any means of the word, but this might be the easiest thing I've ever seen. So props to old cars for that, making life easier. Shabuzi? Did you say Tabuzi? I can't believe you can't get an award. It was all country music top hits for 75 months.
Oh, dude, I think I got it all.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Look.
So back in the day, I guess these things used to run off of rocks because they tried to feed it rocks.
Back when I was a young man, probably about 3 years old, I put that in there for safekeeping. And Alex just threw it away. After 26 years, I finally found the rock I hid, and he threw it.
Chrome doesn't get you home, so we need to take all this off.
We got brand new headlights you found, cuz. We wondered why the tank wasn't turning on and off. Pretty easy to tell.
Yeah.
That thing is more clogged than myself after Pizza Ranch. No, we put gas in it. Wash it out.
Since that fan ain't spinning still, right?
That van is not spinning. So we had to rob the fuel lines and everything off of the Gopher. And now we are putting it on our 28. We do have quite good success so far on getting it to run. Not run well, but it's running. So after that, after we get it to idle, we'll see if we have stopped.
Stupid fan.
Ran out of fuel in the bowl.
No, that thing's full. Is it?
It's not sucking though.
Oh.
It's not sucking. We'll have to take it off down here and see if it's getting anything. Gooseberries. Not blow by. It ain't no Mustang. Unbelievable. Model
Still
A.
a Ford.
Unbelievable. This is better than that.
Always use vice grips on brass fittings, don't you know? I don't know, that's pretty good.
See what happens when I blow it. It gives a lot of oof.
Yeah.
Clutch works.
Nice.
Now we just got to get to
Trying
run.
to figure out what we're gonna do with this water deal. It still ain't turning.
No, I know. Here's what we need to do. We need to steal that pipe off that one, put it on this guy, and then we need to loosen up this water pump a little bit. See if we can get that thing to spin. That's done like that. Jeepers, that's tight.
See, I don't know if it's the shaft that's the tight part of it or.
Leaking for a minute. We just need to switch it out with this guy to go.
Where the daylight at?
Burning daylight.
It's going down.
It's almost past the shop.
It's 3 o'clock.
Classic. Oh, this one came out of it. Oh wow.
It's getting colder.
I don't think it's that bad. I know it's bad, but for a Model A, do you really need something that's insane? You might need to take this nose off, bring it back and forth, and lubricate it up. It needs like grease in there.
Well, it doesn't come forward enough to hit the radiator, though.
But we'll come forward. It should stay in line. Try it out. Why not? Let's just get experimental on this odd duck we have. You know, I still think we should do the dead duck idea. For all the Jeep owners out there, what would you think if somebody put real dead duck on your Jeep? Would that show you?
Show them what?
Would that show you not to put plastic ducks on your dash? Is this a child's game to you? Dude, chill, bro.
Jeez, dude.
Chill.
Oh my,
I'm so angry all
oh
this
my God. Dude. We have a fan.
It's fanning. Here's the oil plug. It's just full of dirt. These Model A's, they're resilient, lads. They ain't no small block Fords. Whoa. Whoa!
Those are some narrow ones. Whoa! That was deep. That was deep, dude.
Which one has a longer bar?
That one.
The Big Daddy. Ah, you got me. All right, ready?
Yep. Oh, yeah, dude. Wow. That's crazy.
Why can't we just do? Can we just switch to 20s vehicles? Look at this. This thing's gonna be give her the sprint.
Literally our channel name.
Daily Driven Death. Yeah. Where's the floor at?
The battery is your floor.
That's fine. I'll light up like a Roman candle. 100% dinosaurs. Gluck 3000 coming
That's
out. The needle and seat's not working. It's just pissing. We are back not too many days later with the Model A. It won 2 days ago because we ran out of batteries because it was getting cold and the 6-volt batteries were not our happy matter. So we're back with 3 charged batteries. And when we left you, we were having issues. We were draining fuel out the back of the carb, so the needle and seat were sticking. So we might have to take that apart. But right now, we're gonna see if we can get it to pop right off.
Cold start.
And the cold starters. Sorry. That carburetor's our issue, 100%.
You want to go dig that other one out?
Dig the other one out.
Are you on a roof right now? Or
What kind is this one? Is this the Zenith?
No, this is Zenith.
This is the Zenith. This is the rebuilt one, supposedly. Oh, look, it's got one. We needed this because I lost the other one. Oh, this is even more simple than the one we got. It's so much easier because all this stuff just like it interlocks. See that? So you just take off anytime you need to. Boom. Nowadays they have what's called capitalism, Alex. In capitalism, what it does is it's good for the economy, but it's also bad for the economy. It's bad for the consumer, don't you know? So they want to make it so you have to go in and fix your car. So it gives money to everybody involved, which spurs on the economy. And then once the economy is spurred on, it makes for better livelihood for everybody. Mostly the CEOs, and that's why they get clapped.
wanted list.
Once the millionaires make their millions, then the thousandaires get reduced to hundredaires, and then the hundredaires get reduced to tennaires, and then the tennaires get used to dollaraires.
See if you're homeless.
And then you
just buy a house.
I don't know why people just don't buy houses when they're homeless.
Hey, if you saved $1 a day for a year, you'd have roughly $30,000.
Press up on that 30,000. That's the biggest load of bullshit.
Soak it on up.
All right, let's rip this thing.
New carb hoodies.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We had a new old stock up in the loft, in the Boomtown loft. So we decided to try that out because we don't have a kit for that guy. So it needs a new needle and seat / just, well, you know, whatever. It was just leaking. We need a rebuild kit for the parts we need. So we grabbed one that is much worse shape, that's rusty, and is made out of cast iron. It'll work great. Let's see what we got.
He's taking the gas now.
Oh, come on. Do you think we're running the bowl out and then it's just dying? Wait a minute, here's just something in the pitcock. I think it's at the fuel tank. Yeah, it's at the fuel tank.
Okay. Shut your tank off there.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Shut your tank off.
No, I'm gonna leave it on. I don't want to disrupt the flow. It's crazy. It was overfueling. Now it's underfueling. Stop right after I stopped blowing it.
No, I had the throttle higher. Yeah, I dropped off from the throttle. Try it again. Yeah, she's not dripping now, so maybe she is.
Oh, that fell off. That's one reason.
I just seen a spark.
Yeah, same.
Something up here. It's probably the tank that's full of rust that we need to take apart. Wait, full of rust right
there. Ain't enough gas.
Well, we know what it is. We know exactly what it is. It's just the fucking pitcock is probably full of gunk again. See if there is a squirrel
that's living in our fuel tank.
There you go. She's wide open. Wide open.
Your hands a little close.
Somebody light a match. End it all. End it.
Well, we have a steady flow for now.
Yeah.
Be a straight screwdriver. Bottom radiator hose. Did it blow finally?
What's it look like? It was coming from the bottom. Maybe it was just coming up from the valley down there.
Oh yeah, that's
Straight up from the belt.
From the weeks before. Yeah. Oh,
Hopefully.
All that dirt on here. You got really splattered. What a bitch.
And then I ripped my pants.
That's better. Yeah, I think it's alright. That bar off the top, Alex. That bumper. Pull that off. What a super stuck! The clutch is getting stuck on the lubricant the piss on.
I am. Now I'm stuck in here forever.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, wowzers.
There's no way my Acura Integra could do that.
Sean, you forgot to put the air cleaner. That'll broken. It wouldn't run then. Remember all the fanboys for Elk Rock? Oh my gosh, dude, how can you say such a thing about a fine piece of art like Elk Rock?
Oh, yeah. You're getting stuck on the bat ray.
It'll broken.
Everything is sharp. Everything. I found it. It was just getting stuck on the actual floor.
You gotta put the floorboard in.
I don't need a floorboard where I'm going.
Well, that's because it's getting stuck.
Oh, wow.
Good shit, man.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bud. Whoa!
Keep going! Keep going!
Dude.
The amount of metal going.
Put the back tire on that side.
Look at that, dude. There's the bullet hole we told you about.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole bunch of ricochets. Yep. Dude. Look at that sediment bowl, all completely full of rust.
She's still purring though.
No, she ain't purring anymore. She's not as happy as she was. What do you think? 35 years almost?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy. How many parts we got in this? Just an NOS carb? Not even a point set? Nothing.
We have 400 grit into this.
400 grit sandpaper. This is sweet. No wonder everybody likes these old things. Yeah. It's kind of fun to drive too. I haven't even driven 10 foot, but it's kind of cool. Best revival we've been a part of. Look at that engine. It's just a block of rust.
Yeah.
The carburetor we smeared a bunch of RTV on. All right, we got a couple things to do before we see the road. But so far, we're charging. Look at this generator, guys. I just tightened it the other day, and it's charging somehow. 7.0. We've got the spark plugs from who knows working. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. The Death Model A is back on it.
I remember putting this here with you,
Yeah,
and we had to bring like a piece of plywood to
skid it around.
skid it around in here.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's just able to drive away from its death. It's so crazy to me that how things just, that's it. People just don't.
It took us 6 hours.
Yeah. It's so, it's just, well, I mean, that's partially because people get busy, obviously, but
Yeah, you have
and this
kids
is what we do. But it's like, it's just sad to see some of these things just, nobody cares anymore. Or, you know, they care, but they just don't have time for it. And then you're able to make it happen, and of course then it's going to get parked again and sit for, I need to shut up. Let's go back in the ground where it started. Alex, are you ready to rip?
I am.
Almost
Ripped up right there and back there.
This is almost 100 years old. Are you worried about your camera's lives that you don't have insured because you didn't know you have insurance?
I'm worried about my whole life, not
I'm not worried about my life. This is what makes life exciting. So somebody's died in this vehicle, most likely. We can add to that, and we can make this a triple kill. Let's go. I don't know. What'd you do before I was alive?
Spotlights to the sky.
We ain't got no gas.
Sediment.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna have to clean the bowl.
This tire started to go flat.
Is it?
Yeah. You're choking it to death. See that choke?
No, it's we ran out of gas. It went lean because it clogged up again. We made it. How far?
Is there gas getting on the exhaust?
Yes.
That's awesome. I love it. Oh, wrong way, John. As long as we have to clean this 7 times, we'll make it to town, and we won't even reach temp. We won't have to worry about that. I'm sure it's not. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. This tank, if we had a viable fuel source, we would be moving. All right. We're gonna run out of gas. I know. It's already full. Look at all that.
Yeah, if we had a boat tank in here, we'd be.
We got, oh, it's at my house. Shucks.
Well, we got your dad's car right here.
I know. How are we gonna rig a boat tank though? Because it has to pull. Here you go, Cameron. Jeez. We have to be able to get.
Oh my gosh.
It runs decent, so it's like I want to drive this very far, but we're going to be at the liberty of the tank, and I think we could just, if we clean the tank out, which is a week process, basically, or 2-day process, we could have this in the back.
There it goes again. Damn.
So we can get half a mile.
Not
until
even
we
that.
clog it.
Quarter?
Quarter of a mile. You know what? 13-20 at a time, baby. That's all I live.
No.
Oh, it's so clogged it wouldn't even, nothing came out. No, we're not filming this backwards.
We're gonna go get a boat tank.
Yeah, we'll find something that works.
This thing took my seat.
The boat tank took your seat. That is inevitably not going to work, but we're going to try it anyway.
The chair! Not the chair!
A lot better?
Yeah. I don't know how the tires are right now, but to be honest with you, I don't know how much I need to take this guy. I got a better idea. How about this? I got an idea for on-off. There we go. Okay, so we got a big bounce. Probably because the tires are gone. Shot. What about all of our other ones?
I think it's both the rear ones.
Both the rear ones are shot. Let's regroup and come up with a plan. All right, let's go for a little rippy magoo before the tires blow.
Oh yeah, dude, she's a ripper.
Oh. Hey, fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
Oh my god, it's everywhere.
It's hot or it's just building final pressure.
Oh, but that's a lot of coolant.
I'm a bitch! Sorry. It overheated for sure.
Did you die?
No, I turned it off again. We were getting plastered.
Well, let's put it in neutral.
Well, it's in neutral. Well, shucks. That was kind of scary.
Stand here like this.
Get your. No, we're drifting.
Stop.
Ow.
Okay.
Yep.
That's very good.
Dude, careful, my knees. Go. Never doing that again.
Dad, stop!
Oh, it's fucking great. That's pretty far. I've been this way. What's that? She's working like a dream. She's a piece of art. Let's go. You about ran me over earlier. I was, you weren't. I was skidding off and I'm like, stop! Stop. You said go? I thought you said go. Dad! Dad, stop! I'm falling! Go fast! Should try starting again. There's some big ass dogs over there. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's get in the car. Hey, Bill! How's it going? Nah, it's all good. We got all day. Oh, hey, Bill. Hey, Sean. Oh. What the fuck? Yeah, dude, I don't know. She's floody. Oh, the quads. Well, boys, girls, and I can't say that, can I?
Rabbits?
NPCs. All right, NPCs. Here we are. We're in front of a 1928 Model A. Now, if you're thinking right now, 4 years from now, that's going to be 100 years old. 4 years from now, your car's still going to be on jack stands. But right now, with some 400 grit sandpaper and 2 parts, this almost 100-year-old vehicle purred back to life, did its thing, drove a good fair amount, not a ton, but it still drove.
20 miles, right?
Probably 20 miles at a brisk speed of 45 mile an hour
3 cylinders.
with 3 cylinders. And then we got her tuned to 4, and then we were purring and she overheated. But beside the fact, this is to let you guys know right now, sometimes the one you expect to be the hardest is the easiest. And that could be in a lot of different spots in life, if you know what I mean. So go out there and tackle the hardest situation you possibly can with the least amount of, least amount of thought process and tools and parts and feelings and emotions, and just go make it happen, because you don't know how easy it's actually going to be until you get up and go and try it out. So this time, that's your lesson. Next time, you'll just have to tune in. We'll see you guys on the next one.